Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So today I'm doing a Celtic cross reading and we're going to take a look at what's going on and what you can expect, okay? As always, you have to use your own discernment, only take the messages that are meant for you and leave what isn't yours for someone else to enjoy, okay? Right, so let's start pulling your cards and we'll find out what is going on. Okay, right, so I'll switch out to the overhead camera. Your current situation, whoa, starting off strong with the Ten of Swords. Okay, so yeah, there's no pussyfooting around with that one then, is there? You're straight into it. A betrayal, painful ending, something has had to come to. It's I don't want to say natural conclusion because, to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like nothing feels natural about this kind of energy, right? It feels like you found yourself in a situation that you didn't ask for, that you didn't want, that you didn't encourage. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you've been hit with something here. So that's the current situation anyway. You probably weren't even expecting it either because that bird, I'll hold it up for you so that you can see. I don't think it's a dove, but it is a white bird, right? And that can indicate innocence. You could have been completely oblivious to this coming in. You were completely innocent in the situation, or you were just not expecting it at all. Do you know what I mean? So it's a really weird energy, this one. Okay, why it's happening? The Seven of Swords. It happened because of someone's lies. It happened because of someone's deceitful ways. There is an individual here who has spread lies about you, who has gone behind your back, who spread lies about you, made you out to be the bad one. I mean, that's literally the ultimate betrayal. Like, the situation, Ten of Swords, okay then, so why is it happening? The Seven of bloody Swords, like, wow. Really intense energies here, and again, not gone completely unnoticed. You've got this white bird, and then you've got this black bird. Yin and yang, yeah? Man, that's crazy. That's like someone's shadow self. They couldn't control their own shadow self. And you're supposed to be able to control your own shadow self so that you're not a total fucking monster to other people. Right? That's the whole point of doing the shadow work and going within and figuring out, okay, who am I? What am I capable of? What is it that I need to be cautious of doing so that I can control those darker aspects of myself? And someone has allowed the darker aspects of themselves to just completely take control over them and lose control. You've been on the receiving end of someone else's shadow self. You've been on the receiving end of someone else being completely incapable of keeping the lid on their own shit. You've been on the receiving end of that. That's as clear as day. As clear as day. And you're sitting there going, what did I do to deserve that? I didn't even see it coming. But here's the thing as well. The most painful of the betrayals will always come from those that you least expect it to come from. Always. And that's why it's so utterly devastating, Ten of Swords, when it does happen. Because it always comes from the direction that you least expect it to. It's like this other person, they allowed their intrusive thoughts to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the energy of, to try and put an imagery to this, it's a lot like a vindictive little child pulling wings off of butterflies. And do you know what I mean? It's that exact sort of energy here. You've been lied on. You have been lied on. And because you were lied on, you paid the price. Someone watching this reading has paid the price for another person's lies. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Subconscious energies. The Two of Coins. Okay. So it's time for you to get things back in balance here. Okay. It is time for you to really sort of look at both sides of this situation. Any part that you played, even your own ignorance, okay? And it is clear that you were ignorant to this incoming attack. So that ignorance would be the part that you played. So it's to look at the part that you played and go, okay, do you know what? This, and the next, that's all within my control. This, the next, and the third, whatever. I can make changes there, okay? Where am I getting the word changes from? Because you've got this snake there. Okay. It's time to do some shedding. Definitely time to do some shedding. And with the flowers, it's asking for you to introduce some calmness into your life. To remember to keep everything in perspective. Okay? Keep everything in perspective. It is also weighing out your options, or weighing up your options, I should say. So what options has this individual now left you with? It's time to weigh it up. Weigh up where you have power, where you have control over yourself. Weigh up what options are still available to you, even in spite of this nasty, nasty bullshit that's just happened, that's just played out. Now, for a tiny, tiny handful of yous, you could be sitting there going, but this hasn't happened yet. And if you are sitting there going, but this hasn't happened yet, then you should definitely pay more attention to this reading rather than less. Because sometimes these readings, they can end up being more predictive in nature. So I'm just going to put that one out there. The past causes of this situation here, the King of Cups, that screams to me as love rival. Somebody was jealous of the love that you were receiving, or somebody was jealous of the love that you were giving. The King of Cups is the past reason behind this. That could be your ex. One of your exes could be the reason behind this more recent betrayal, devastation, lies, backstabbing, and general bullshit. You see, whenever I see stuff like this coming out in reads, I sit there and go, oh, do you know what? I am so glad that I don't socialize with anybody. I am so glad that I am an actual hermit. Because of this kind of bullshit right here. I'm going to clarify that King of Cups. Why is that King of Cups there, please? Also, I just remembered, because I've changed out all of my table setting, when I've got the overhead camera on, you're not always going to be able to see me shuffling the deck. So I'm trying to get in the habit of switching back out to the main camera whenever I'm shuffling the deck like this, so that you can see that I haven't rigged anything, okay? I just think it's really important just to let everyone see the cards at all times on the table. What's this King of Cups doing here, please? Thank you. How am I taking this one? Okay, they're saying up. So upright. Knight of Wands. Now, you would have seen, as I turned the card, it was in the reversed position. But I was told clearly that it's upright. Okay, Knight of Wands. That's someone's desire towards you. Someone's desire towards you. And possibly inability to have you was the past causes of this. What else? What else? The past, thank you. The Moon. And the Hermit. There you go. It's right there. It's right there. Somebody was afraid. Somebody was deathly afraid of the love and the desire and the passion that another individual has or had towards you. And that's why you were slap bang in the center of this individual's sights. I'm trying to articulate this energy as best I can without completely losing my shit, okay? Because I'm looking at this and I'm getting angrier and angrier by the minute, and I am desperately trying to keep a lid on my own anger, because this was completely uncalled for. Completely and absolutely uncalled for. It's almost as if somebody was afraid that another person was not going to be able to control their desire and their passion towards you. So they felt it necessary to try and destroy you. And the worst of it is, with the Moon and the Hermit, you weren't even a threat to this person until they imagined it. They imagined that you were a threat and they took action upon that imagination. You weren't even a threat to them. And they did this. There is something sorely lacking within the fucking mind and within the heart of that person. It's like they've got something missing. Do you know what I mean? They've got something missing. But definite. Because they have acted like a total, absolute monster. Normal people do not run around doing shit like this to others. You weren't even a threat to them. They just thought that you were a threat. And they've done this presumptuous attack. This presumptuous attack. And they've gone through somebody that you love in order to attack you. And that's the worst of it. Very, very calculative. They've actually gone through someone that you love in order to get to you. That is disgusting. Okay. Conscious drives for the future. 9 of Cups. You got to focus. You know what I'm going to say, because it's a 9 of Cups. You have to focus on your own happiness. Okay? You've got to process your own feelings cup by cup by cup. Okay? Process your feelings. In fact, that one is deep under the sea. It's deep under the water. So dive deep within in order to process your feelings bit by bit. Focus on what it is that makes you happy. Focus on the areas of your life that you feel secure and content with. Okay, these are going to be your conscious drives towards your own future. At least you're not like them, and you can hold on to that. At least you're not like them. At least, like, Whenever you ask yourself, oh, can things get worse? Well, number one, no, things are not going to get worse, okay? You've already been through the worst of it. The Ten of Swords tells you that, okay? So the situation between yourself and whoever whoever these individuals are that have come out in your tarot, the situation, it cannot possibly get any worse than what it already has, okay? So you can be rest assured that now is the time for you to heal, recover, and rebuild, right? It's not going to get any worse. And also, you can... Now, I have to be careful how I say this one, because I don't want it taken out of context. You can consider yourself lucky and grateful that you're not the one that has to live inside this person's head. Okay? The very near future... The Ten of Coins, there you go. The exact success that somebody tried to stop you from achieving. Now, whatever the word success means for you, that's how you're going to take this message. Okay? It could be successful career, successful romantic relationship, successfully moving on, successfully buying a house, building a house, creating a home, creating a family, whatever that word success means for you. It could also just be success from moving on from these influences over here. That's still success. Or it could be something like really small, such as success, getting up out of your bed in the morning at a decent time and actually making your bed. You know, there are people out there where even that can be a huge deal, right? In the very near future, you're going to be reaching literally the pinnacle of success, which is exactly the words that the Ten of Coins means, the pinnacle of success. You will reach that in the very near future. And in fact, in this deck, it looks like a she-wolf with 3 of her cubs. Okay? The number 3 is really, really important because it's co-creating with the universe. The universe has got your back here. Now the cubs, that could be a metaphor. If you have children, that could be a metaphor for your children. And you keeping your children safe. Doesn't matter if they're little baby children or if they're adult children. Their age is irrelevant. Because if you have kids, they're still going to be your children. Even if they're in their 50s and you're in your 70s. It doesn't matter. They're still going to be your children. Okay? But it's you being protective over your children, if you have them, over your family. You being protective over your future. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing more lethal than a she-wolf that's trying to protect her cubs. And again, you can take that as a metaphor. Okay, so don't worry if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, well, I can't have kids, I don't have them, or whatever. Okay, it can still be a metaphor for what is important for you in your life, what is important for you to protect. You've also got long-term success here with the Ten of Coins. Okay, so this is literally somebody swooping in, thinking that they can fuck your shit up. And what have they actually achieved? I mean, apart from being a hurtful little shit, as far as any other damage is concerned, they haven't been successful with that. Absolutely not. Yes, they've been successful in breaking your heart. They haven't been successful in complete destruction, total annihilation of you. They absolutely have not. In fact, what it's done is they've given you this drive to pursue even harder your version of success. Do you know what I mean? That's what they have successfully done. They've managed to reiterate to you the importance of your own success. The power that you have, or the power that you can own. The moon. The moon is the power that you can have. Keep your cards close to your chest. Okay? The moon. Practice subtlety. Practice secrecy. Anybody who is in contact with this individual, you're not going to be able to trust. So you mustn't give them any information. What they're also saying is, you could play this clever, and you could only have out the information that you're specifically wanting that person to get a hold of. If you were really wanting to play it clever, you know, if you were in the mood for that sort of thing. Of course, if it were me personally, I'd cut every single person off. Everyone associated with them, the whole lot. Oh, and I have done that before in the past. Oh, definitely. Yeah, without a second thought. I just went, right, fuck the lot of yous. And I cut them all off, every single one. Unceremoniously. So you could play it that way. Or you could play it the clever way. And any information that you're deliberately wanting to get back to them people, that's what you could do. You could be more selective with your information. That's the power that you could have. Because I'm getting the message, go dark. Go dark on them. Environmental factors, the world. Yeah, there you go. There you go, the world. End of a cycle, end of an era. I'm actually getting it's the end of an era for somebody here. Because it's like, it's done then. You know, once somebody has shown you where their loyalties lie, or in this case, where their loyalties don't lie, once they've shown you that, it's like you can't take that back then. So there's only one real way that this could end up playing out. And it's likely that the vast majority of yous will actually end up doing basically what I had to do. Cut every single one of the fuckers off. Entirely. This is your hopes and your fears, the High Priestess. Your hopes and your fears. It's like you hoped that you were wrong. You felt a little bit of something being dodgy, and you hoped that you were wrong. One of your fears is that this individual might be tempted to escalate, especially if they're into energy manipulations. That's one of your fears. And it's an understandable fear. Because it certainly does seem to be that you are dealing with an individual who... What is it they say? That they're a few nuts short of a picnic. You know, which is the polite way of saying that they're not completely all there. So it's not outside the realms of possibility for you to be sitting there going, do you know what? I think that fucker has been dabbling in black magic. It's not completely outside the realms of possibility. But then you're catching yourself and you're like, oh my days, am I becoming like them? Am I becoming as paranoid as what they are? you've got a strong, strong intuition, and you are receiving powerful messages from the spiritual realm, you definitely should be listening to that. Okay, definitely. Possible outcome, 8 of Wands. Yeah. There's literally a roadrunner running away from all this action here. The possible outcome is you're going to be removing yourself away from that environment as fast as you can. In fact, I'm hearing dodging. You're dodging this person or these people. You're dodging them. You're dodging the trouble. So things are about to get worse, but not worse for you. Things are about to get better for you and worse for them and whoever was involved in this horrible situation. Things are going to get worse for them, not for you, because you're dodging it. Because you've seen it now. You've seen it, you've lived it. It's under there, the 2 of Cups. It's your blind spot. That's what this whole thing has been about. This whole thing has been about either you being in a romantic situation with someone and being happy with someone, or and another person being jealous at that and trying to destroy your relationship here with the person that you love, or it's flipped and someone has seen their person having wandering eye towards you and has felt that their relationship was threatened. So again, take it as it resonates. But that's the crux of it all there, that 2 of Cups. A couple, a pair, a union, a partnership, a relationship, a connection. It's literally the entire crux of the whole thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely mad how unhinged some people out there can be. And they will punish you because they are unhinged. To me, that's mad. Can I have a healing message for our collective, please? Okay. Whale song resonating. Yeah, this read is definitely resonating for somebody. Number 61. You've got to consider what it is that resonates for you. Okay? The whale is usually about high vibes, ancient wisdom, knowledge that has been passed down through generation to generation to generation. I feel that I'm speaking to a collective here who is spiritually gifted, and it has been passed down through the generations, and it will continue to get passed down to the next generations. Okay? So you've got to consider the importance of all of that and make sure that you're not involved in anything that doesn't resonate at your high frequency. Okay? I'm 61. Okay. So this one says remembering, harmonizing, and resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come round again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined, like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another. You have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity. your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's the time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set into motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, answer it. Okay, so answer your heart's calling. And that's where you can take back your power. Okay, right, let's pull from the Spiritual AF deck just to uplift the energy at the end of the reading. As always, if anyone is allergic to swearing or if they're a little bit sensitive to sarcasm, then you just don't have to listen, okay? It's just a bit of light-hearted fun at the end of your read. Okay, fuck what they think. Straight to the point, really, isn't it? Fuck what they think. Put this card in your pocket, or I'll tell you what, I'll hold it up for you. You can take a screenshot, and then you can keep a screenshot on your phone, yeah? Put this card in your pocket and use it as your mantra today, all day and tomorrow too, and while you're at, all day and tomorrow too while you're at it. Fuck what they think, fuck what they think, fuck what they think. Let freedom ring. FWTT for the win. Okay? Other people's opinions of you does not dictate who you truly are as a person. Right? Other people don't dictate who you are. You dictate who you are. Other people's lies, it doesn't matter how many lies or what lies they tell about you, doesn't mean it's true. They can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it as many times as they bloody well like. The truth, like, look, lies don't suddenly become the truth just because they're repeated. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Their lies, their perception of you, that's not who you are. So whatever you do, you mustn't carry that. Don't carry their lies about you as if it were the truth. Because what's going on is it's put you in a situation where you feel like you have to prove to other people that you're not this way, you're not this person, because of the lies that's been told about you and told on you. So you feel like you have to overcompensate almost when you're around other people to try and prove, look, I'm not this way, I'm not who they say I am. Okay? But here's the thing with that whale song. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. Right? That's not what resonates for you. Okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you. I genuinely hope that somebody found that reading useful. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you did like it and you want to see more. Information on how you can book a private reading with me, that can be found in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.